Hey Red City folks, I've been wanting to do a metronome video for a while, so here it is. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a metronome running in the back. It's going to be set at 30 beats per minute. So that just means every 2 seconds you are going to hear a click. You can set the metronome many different kinds of ways. What I'm going to say is let's stick with the 30 beats per minute if you haven't done this before. It'll click every 2 seconds. If you are a real beginner, sometimes what I found is strict beginners can experience quite a bit of tension and anxiety and anticipation of the click that can tend to throw them off. If you find that that's what's happening to you, or even just right off the bat, I recommend finding a metronome. And you can find this on YouTube or even Spotify. One of those apps will have it. You can probably find a metronome app on your phone. And just set it to 20 beats per minute if you're a strict beginner. Otherwise, we're going to be working on 30 beats per minute. There's no limit to the different ways that we could use the metronome. But the way we're going to use it for today is we're going to do 1 minute, do bag work for 1 minute. We'll take a 30-second rest, and then we'll move into our next round. Each round will be 1 minute. So today, the way that we're going to make use of the metronome is we're going to throw, for the first round, just 1 punch every click. Following round, we'll bump that up to 2 punches, then 3, then 4. Okay, and we'll just go on from there. I will want to follow up with some other videos on how to use the metronome. And I just want to say that you can actually have a metronome running in the background really anytime you're doing your bag work. I recommend doing it for a while. It'll just help you to start setting or getting an internal sense of your rhythm. I usually don't like for fighters to be kind of flat on their feet, waiting or breathing, trying to catch their breath, really doing nothing but standing there in the same spot for more than 2 seconds, and even that can be a long time. So I kind of like to say, hey, don't do nothing for more than 2 seconds. Throw a jab, feint, switch to an angle. You should be working at all times, even if you aren't always punching at all times. So I think the metronome can really help with that. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get the metronome going. So you're going to start hearing some clicks in the background. I'll set the timer to go. It's not a bad idea to have your own timer set up at all times when you're joining us for online classes. And again, we'll be on 1 minute rounds with 30-second intervals. I've done my warm-up and taking for granted that you have too. Let's get to work. One punch every click. I'm starting with the jab, and I will move on to a cross in a little bit. That's 30 seconds. We're switching to the cross. Just like that, a minute is going by. Reminder, I'm fighting southpaw. I may switch at some point. I may even move around the bag a little bit at some point, but I'm not going to be doing that a whole bunch. Next round, we're throwing 2 punches. So any 2 punch combination. I'm going to start with the 1-2. I like to keep things, that's our 10-second warning. Keep things pretty fundamental. Make sure I've got those fundamentals smoothed out before I get too fancy. But 2 punches, here we go. 30 seconds. All right. That was 2 punches every click. We're now moving on to 3 punches on every click. Any 3-punch combo. That's our 10-second warning. 10-second warning. We'll start in 5 seconds. Four punch combinations on the next one. 4 punch combinations on the next one. 10-second warning. We should be focused on our breath in between. Calming the mind. The best way to do that is to breathe. Okay, next round, we're going to move on to back down, rather, to 3 punch combinations. That was our 10-second warning. 3 punch combos. Back to 2 punch combinations. Seconds. Awesome. 1 punch, just 1 punch. I'm going to do it how I started. Throw 1 punch for 30 seconds, and then when the 30-second whistle sounds, I'll switch punches. That felt good. I'm going to stop the timer a moment. Pardon me, I meant the metronome. Great. You can do a lot with that. You can go back up and down. You can go on and you can repeat the 4 punches if you like, then work your way back down. Again, I'll follow up in the very near future with some more metronome videos. But meanwhile, make sure to take advantage of this one while it is up. Comment or DM me with your questions. Commenting is cool because other people can see what you're asking and get the answers to them, etc. All right, have a good workout. Oh, and don't forget to follow up with calisthenics if you want to turn this into a full bag therapy class.